According to Harvard Business Review, 70% of your remote employees feel left out of the workplace. So how do we make them feel included? It is no secret that over here at Teamflect, we are strong advocates for hybrid and remote working arrangements. But they do come with their own hiccups. And that shocking statistic I just pointed out is one of the main challenges of a remote work setup. It is much harder for employees to feel part of the team when they have never been in the same room with the people they're in the same team with. And I'm not suggesting that the 5 remote team building activities that we'll be going over in this video today are the perfect solution, but they're a step in the right direction. If you want to learn more about how you can build a strong remote workplace culture, we'll include a link to the article below, as well as the Harvard Business Review study that we just referred to. That being said, here are 5 remote team building activities you can use to make sure nobody feels left out. Alright, let's have a little conversation about virtual escape rooms. When they're bad, but when they're good, they hit the spot. Trust me when I say you will learn more about your teammates in a good virtual escape room than you will in 1,000 hours of onboarding programs. A well-made virtual escape room is not just a fun game. It puts your team in situations where they're constantly collaborating, solving problems, and if you put a timer on those things, then watch the pressure build up. Of course, I'm not just going to say, hey, go find some virtual escape rooms and roll them out. No, I'm going to suggest you my personal favorite. It's one that we here at Teamflect have played during our online New Year's party. Society of Curiosities, Bewitched Circus. The story is really engaging, we were highly invested in it, we divided into 2 teams and competed against time. Overall, we had a blast and I would strongly recommend it. You'll find the link for it in the description below. Now let's move on. Number 2, show and tell sessions, and I can hear you all saying, what is this guy talking about? Is this elementary school? This is a professional workplace? Just hear me out. Sharing bits and pieces of your life with people is nice. And when you're working remote, you don't get to do that as often. Look, I have a pretty sick 3D printed dragon, and I'm so proud of it. And I want to share this with the rest of my teammates. I mean, just look at this thing. It's magnificent. It moves. I love it. Remote employees don't have a lot of opportunities to get glimpses into each other's lives. So turning show and tell into a recurring meeting activity is a good idea. Give it a try and let me know in the comments how it goes in your organization. And if any of you have an even better 3D printed dragon, don't tell me. Number 3, virtual coffee hours that match employees randomly across departments. And that last bit is key. Remote work can quite easily isolate employees into different silos. In an office situation, you might have more interactions with people from other departments. In fact, your relationships with people outside of your department might be more casual and friendly. But when you're working remotely, unless you have this cross-functional, cross-department project that you're working on together, you don't know anyone outside of your department. So a great way to connect people across departments when they're working remotely is through virtual coffee hours that match them together randomly. And once again, I'm not just going to tell you what you should be doing, but I'm also going to suggest an easy solution. There's a great app that you can integrate into Microsoft Teams for this, and it is called Coffee Pals. We've talked about Coffee Pals extensively in our remote team building apps video, which you can check out after this one. Number 4, do you remember the early seasons of The Office? How fun was Flunkerton? I think you know where I'm going with this one. If Office Olympics worked for Jim, it will work for your organization too, even if you're remote. There are so many different directions you can take this based on your company culture, your people, as well as the software available to you. You can run trivia games, fastest typing contests, virtual scavenger hunts, even charades. It's all up to you. There are some great apps you can use, such as Ricotta or Water Cooler Trivia. Oh, and if you want to raise the stakes in your Office Olympics, here's something else you can do. You can integrate point-based recognition. If you're using a rewards and recognition software like Teamflect, then you can assign point values to each recognition badge. Then you can integrate these recognition badges into your Office Olympics and let your employees accumulate points. Points they can redeem for actual rewards in a custom rewards catalog of your making. Once again, the sky is the limit. If you know your employees and if you're willing to get a little creative, you can engage them in so many different ways. If you want to see how Teamflect can integrate rewards and recognition into your Microsoft Teams or Outlook, you can always click the link in the description. Last and certainly not least are virtual book clubs, a personal favorite of mine. Connecting over a certain piece of art or narrative in a structured way across weeks, that's beautiful. You can devote a Teams channel to your book club and have weekly conversations. You can rotate who's running the book club and the discussions every single week, and you can conduct surveys on which books to read next. You can take this in so many different directions. In fact, it doesn't have to be a book club. Turn it into a movie club or a place where your people discuss their favorite albums or how much they love 3D printed dragons. At the end of the day, it's all about bonding over shared interests and cool things. But that about brings us to the end of our list. What did you think? Did I leave out your favorite remote team building activity? Just let me know in the comments. Hey, we release helpful content like this one every single week. Subscribe so you don't miss any of it. And if you want to try the highest rated employee engagement software in the Microsoft Teams App Store, Teamflect, for absolutely free, you can always click the link in the description. Bye bye.